What is up, investors? Jason here. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the cryptocurrency Solana, token symbol SOL. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with Solana, this is a proof-of-stake cryptocurrency, kind of similar to Cardano, and it's very popular amongst Cardano investors. Now, if you were to look at what cryptocurrency out there has the most staked, it would actually be Solana. That's why we're going to be talking about this one in this video. Now, what recently just happened is we've seen Solana go to a new all-time high. This one was moving very fast, had a whole lot of momentum, and what we just recently saw is we saw some pullback with it, and the price has dropped. We would say a substantial amount, but at the same time, it's priced at the same price that it was at about like 7 days ago. So it depends on how you want to look at it. But anyways, the thing here is that we need to be talking about this. We're gonna be diving into it. We're gonna be talking about who, like the founder a little bit. We're going to be talking about the people involved in it, and then we're going to be talking about what is going on with it at this moment. Now, this is the first time I'm ever talking about this on my channel, which is why we're going to do a little bit of backstory with it, just to keep you guys informed that are not familiar with it. So as we get to it, if you don't mind, please do me a huge favor. Please be sure to smash the story, annihilate, or gently press that like button. It helps me out a lot with the YouTube algorithm, and helps spread these videos to more people that might find it interesting. And subscribe if you have not already. And if you're interested in being a Patreon, help us support the channel even more. And joining the private Discord, I have one. The link is in the description. Thank you to all the Patreons. Now let's get to it, and I spoke very fast there. So for the people that are not familiar with what Solana is a decentralized blockchain built to enable scalable, user-friendly apps for the world. They do 127 live transactions per second, and their average cost per transaction is just 0.00025 cents. They have 969 validator nodes. Solana is the fastest blockchain in the world and the fastest growing ecosystem in crypto, with over 400 projects spanning DeFi, NFTs, Web3, and more. Solana is all about speed, with about 400 millisecond block times, and as hardware gets faster, so does the network. So that's one of the biggest things with Solana, is that the fact that it is, one, low cost, and it is very fast. Solana was founded by this guy, Anatoly Yakovenko, back in 2017. He was a former engineer over at Qualcomm, and him and some other ex-employees over at Qualcomm are the ones that founded Solana. So just to bring you guys up to speed, now let's go over and look at what we're seeing going on with SOL. Now, Solana is the 7th largest cryptocurrency by market cap, with the current market cap being at around $43.45 billion. And as you can see, it is down quite a bit at the time that I'm making this video. Now, when we look at Solana, we look at it where it was back in mid-August, about the same time that we started seeing Cardano really taking off, was around the same time as well. And Solana was priced at around $40 during that time. And then it just quickly started taking off and then going on this large rally, which we've seen, which now we're seeing a lot of pullback happening, but we've seen the price go up to somewhere around like $220. And then what we've seen is this large amount of pullback that is currently going on at this time. When Solana had surpassed that $200 mark, which was an area that had a lot of resistance, it wasn't able to find any sort of stability, wasn't able to find support above that. So what it ended up doing was it ended up crashing through that, and that's what we're currently seeing going on at this moment, which, in my opinion, it's not really a big deal, but people make big deals about stuff like this. But then when you do think about it, the price did go from a price of around like $215, $216, then all the way down to a price of $148, where it's currently at the time I'm making this video. But when you look at how quickly those gains were, you have to expect that there is going to be a bit of selling off to happen, which of course that's going to happen. And then that's also going to be followed by the price of it going down. When you put a bunch of supply out there, that's always going to drop the price of any sort of cryptocurrency, stock, or anything like that. That is just how the way the market works. So what we end up seeing a lot of selling off going on, which is what has caused this drop here. But we're also seeing a little bit of an issue that is happening right now that is causing a little bit more of an effect at this time. Now, Solana status on Twitter announced that there was a bit of an issue with overloading of transactions. Now, Solana encountered a large increase in transaction load, which peaked at 400,000 transactions per second. These transactions flooded the transaction processing queue, and lack of prioritizing of network critical messaging caused the network to start forking. The forking led to excessive memory consumption, causing some nodes to go offline. Engineers across the ecosystem attempted to stabilize the network, but were unsuccessful. The validator community elected to coordinate a restart of the network. The community is preparing a new release, and instructions will be posted on Discord. So that's basically what is currently going on, but it looks like everything is under control at this moment. It does look like that Solana does have quite a bit of support at the price of $150, which is an area that is kind of sticking around. It's dropped a little bit lower, but it seems like that it is able to bounce back to that. So right now, all that is looking good, in my opinion. Now, all honesty, I wouldn't think too much about this dip that we saw with Solana, because one, the price of it went up very fast over a very short period of time. But not only that, when we do take in consideration what had happened at this same time when we saw this drop here, was we saw the same thing happen with everything. This was the same time that El Salvador accepted Bitcoin as an actual currency. So when things are that priced into the entire crypto market and things priced into Bitcoin, when Bitcoin kind of drops, pretty much everybody else does, and you have to also keep that in mind. So we saw Bitcoin also drop at that same time. We saw the same thing happen with Ethereum, and we saw the same thing happen with Cardano as well. So seeing how pretty much every cryptocurrency has had a bit of selling pressure, I wouldn't even think too much about what Solana is currently going through. This is one that just has a bit of extra volatility with it because of the fact that it had gone up so much. I mean, I really do think about it like how Cardano is. Just a lot priced into it, a lot of hype behind it, a lot of people buying the rumors, and a lot of people right now selling the news. That's currently what is going on with it at this moment. Now, I think that there is a lot to be coming from Solana here in the future, especially for the fact that people are so crazy about NFTs, they're crazy about smart contracts, they're crazy about proof of stake. Solana really has the capabilities of doing pretty much everything that people want at this moment, especially with those fast transaction speeds. That is another place where Solana really does have a competitive edge. So no surprise really why the price of Solana has really grown over such a small period of time, and especially with the hype that it has been able to piggyback on with Cardano. So anyways, I'd like to hear everybody's thoughts on Solana. Is there anybody out there that is buying it? Anybody out there that is holding it? And I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. So with that being said, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. New videos coming out all the time. I really appreciate everybody watching. I really appreciate the growth of my channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next video coming very soon.